My name is Marilyn Travis. I plan to major in civil engineering with an architectural emphasis at Stanford in the fall. Oh, I just graduated from Marshall Fundamental. I first became involved with the ACE program through my teacher, Ms. McComas. She's the school representative for our region, and so she interested me at the beginning of senior year. It's been amazing. We've gotten to take a few field trips to the Huntington Garden and some other construction sites, and we've also gotten to do a project with the help of our mentors and present it at the annual architecture assembly, I guess you'd call it. This summer was great. I really can't think of anything else that I would have done to better use my summer. My mentor, Rigo, was really instrumental in helping me learn more about the architecture, the business, and just the overall work dynamic that goes on in the office. Rigo works for GKK Works in Pasadena. I think the most rewarding experience is probably just the life lesson I learned from it, which is if you want something, then you have to make sure you take the initiative. You can't just sit at a desk and wait for work to fall on your lap. You have to go out and get it and work for what you want. I would definitely recommend it. It not only gives you real life experience to what you might be experiencing later on in your future career, but it also gives you connections that you can draw on, and I'm sure they're gonna help me when I'm at Stanford. Whether Rigo has made himself available to me whenever I need help, and that's really valuable. I think just overall, it's been such a blessing because everyone has been very welcoming, and I've just seen how everyone works together, and it's been really humbling for me, and I would definitely do it again. Hi, my name is Marilyn Travis, and I just graduated from Marshall Fundamental, and in the fall I'll be attending Stanford University. My name is Marilyn Travis, and I just graduated from Marshall Fundamental in Pasadena, and I'll be attending Stanford in the fall. Majoring in civil engineering with an architectural emphasis.
My name is Rigo Garcia. I'm a job captain at GKK Works. GKK Works is a firm that does design and construction management of major school projects. It was a phenomenal experience, I believe, from both sides. We had a very admirable student, very highly interested in our profession, and she really expressed that by her attitude, with her high dedication. She was highly focused, a really fast learner. We were really impressed with her approach to this internship. Well, the benefit that we've achieved is that we're giving something back to the community to help the students better plan their future, making sure that they can focus at their university years by being exposed to the environment, real work environment with our office. Blair Middle School. It was a brand new building, fully designed from ground up, and we did the construction administration as well for this project. Robin Brown.
And how was that relationship?
It's been a great relationship. Our office, GKK Works, has done extensive work with PUSD in the past, so our experience has been phenomenal as well. I worked on Blair Middle School with Robin Brown. My focus was doing construction administration on this project, and we're pleased to do this for PUSD. Yes, he's the primary contact on this project. It's a great project. Right now it's all completed. Well, we're trying to be a giver to the community by having students come into our office and see exactly what we do, making sure that their direction when they get to university is one that is a solid sense of direction. They want to go into architecture, and I think this is the best place to start at by doing this internship with our office. Well, we will be doing that for the years to come, and we are doing this because it will come back to us when the students graduate from college. I think this is a great opportunity for them to fulfill their professional dreams as well. Mainly, Marlene, the student intern at our office, she did a great job. She's a self-learner. We gave her the material, and she was able to extract most of the information on her own with minimal guidance, and I think this is going to be very helpful in her university years. And we would like to welcome other students as well in the future years, because we really want to see students like her participate in this ACE internship program.
My name is Chong Park. My title, I have many titles, project manager, bid coordinator, I do purchasing, and just handle the business in the office. And then this is Mallcraft Incorporated. We're a general contractor. We do construction work, public works mainly, city, state, schools, that kind of thing. We get a lot of different interns coming in and out. This particular internship was a little different in the sense that Jose, that came in and helped us out, he wants to be an engineer, where other times they're just taking a summer internship to, add on to their school, extracurricular things. But Jose wants to be an engineer, so it's very different in the sense that a lot of the kids before, we ask them to do something, they'll do it, and it's done. Where Jose asked, every time he was done with the project, he'd come back and say, what else can I do? He was eager, he was hungry, he wanted to learn. So that was a really good experience, though, having him here. And it's exciting to see that there are other kids out there that are excited about engineering, about construction, and learning. So I think the benefits, especially since he had to work under me, he had to understand a lot of different facets of just the office and construction. He helped me work on a pre-qualification to pre-qualify for a project that I needed. He helped organize it for me. We'd have him dig through the plans, look for some pricing that we needed on, say, for instance, benches for a project we're bidding on. But then I also had him organizing receipts, because everything needs to be organized, bills, everything. And I think he got to experience a lot of different aspects of what we do. Never got out to the field, to an actual construction site, but we had him work out in the yard a little bit, move some things around and, be familiar with what the yard entailed too. Pasadena Unified School District, Webster Elementary, we're doing some remodel and upgrades to the auditorium and some of their office buildings, their administrative offices. We definitely would participate in it again because well, at least with this program, having Jose, we had an eager young, student that was willing to help and learn and let us teach him at the same time. Yeah, we would most definitely participate in the ACE Summer Internship Program again, due to the fact that Jose helped us out greatly. And we had the opportunity to teach Jose a few things and hopefully excite him more about his future in engineering. We like to be involved with the community. We've been here for, over 47 years. Most of our employees are from Pasadena. And so any local business or anything that we can help in the community, that we'd love to participate in. Mallcraft has been around since December '65, and they're a family-owned, family-run business, and it's hard to, be comfortable in an environment like that because everyone's very familiar with each other. And I was really impressed about how Jose handled himself and his ability to, get along with everybody that worked here. And everyone really thought Jose was, a very humble young student. We see him work really hard, and you don't see that very often. So we wanted to thank Jose again for coming out, and hopefully maybe next summer he'll want to do it again. Yes, we would. We would definitely participate in the program again.
My name is Jose Lopez, and I'm currently a senior at Marshall Fundamental. I got this, prior to the summer, I wanted to do an internship to find out a little bit about what I wanted to do after college. After college. And I asked some of the mentors over at the ACE program, and they told me they'd help me with that. And I found out that I would come in contact with Ron Carter, and Ron Carter helped me find an internship over at Mallcraft. And there I learned quite a bit about general contracting, and I would like to major in mechanical engineering. When I first got there, I helped them because they needed, immediately at that time, they needed help in the yard, so I helped them move some stuff around. But after that, I moved into the offices, and then that's where I really started seeing about how the work environment was like in construction and engineering. One of the first weeks that I was there, they had a big bid on a big project that was, I think, $20 million. So I got to really see how everything started moving around in a big project, how they had to place calls and how they had to make sure documents were in place, stuff like that. I would definitely recommend the ACE internship program to other students because in being part of it, you actually get to see how it is actually out in the work field. It's something you don't really see in school. The only way to really experience it is actually to be there, and you actually get to see how stuff rolls and deadlines and how everybody gets a little stressed sometimes, but in the end, everything comes out all right. I became involved in the ACE program at Marshall because once at lunch, I saw one of their posters advertising for the program, and I knew I wanted to do something in engineering. I wanted to find out about specifically what in engineering I wanted to do. So I went to their orientation meeting, and from there on, I joined the program. This program helped me this summer because, like I said before, I really got to see how the work environment was like, and I started learning, because as a mechanical engineer, I'll be working with general contractors, so it'll help me kind of realize the role that other people play next to my job when I hopefully become a mechanical engineer. Well, throughout the year, I also, apart from joining the ACE program, I also go down to Alhambra and do some judo, and I play guitar. I'm currently joined the jazz band, and I like to help around in church, and yeah. And I'm community service rep over at my club Puente, so it's a lot of stuff, but I enjoy being able to challenge myself and help other people in the process too, if I can. It's over actually at Marshall, where it's integrated into our curriculum, and I really learned a lot through that program about college, and it's helped me learn a little bit more about responsibility. It should continue going, you know, because it was really fun, and other people will really, I'm sure they'll really appreciate that, because they'll really learn stuff about what they want to do, or even if they don't want to do it, at least they actually got to see it before they went over there to get the job, and it's too late because they can't really switch anymore. Well, with Mr. Park, it was actually, he was really helpful to me, because the first couple of days when I'd be answering phone calls from other companies or I'd be running faxes, I really didn't know what I was doing, but he was really helpful to me. He was really patient. I really appreciated that. He pointed me out what to do, what not to do, what to say, and how to go about things in a way that made me seem more professional and less, I guess, less unprofessional. Yeah. I was able to help my dad with some of the costs that I get, because I'm entering senior year, and there's stuff that we had to pay for, like the senior package, and college applications are coming up, and with this, I'm able to save some money and pay for that and help him with that.
Okay. I'm Don Barker. I'm an architect. I spent 40 years in the profession after graduating in 1957 from Cornell University. I practiced in Denver for first part of my career, and then the last part I was part of the Richard Meyer and Partners office that did the Getty Center here in Los Angeles. When I retired, I was recruited to see if I would help with a new program that was started back in New York City about 1995 called the ACE program, which stands for Architecture, Construction, and Engineering. And they wanted to form a chapter here in Los Angeles. And so we were one of 3 programs that started in 2002 here in the Pasadena school system. So we're now entering our 11th year with working with students to try to give them an idea of what goes on in the design and construction industry, and hopefully interest them in pursuing a career in those fields. We kind of divide the year up. We work with the students after school about twice a month. The first part of the year, we focus on the roles of the various players in the process, in the building process. So we take them to architects' offices, engineer offices, construction sites, and sort of give them an introduction as to the role of the various people, because the building process is a real team process that involves a lot of individuals. Well, I think it complements our program tremendously for the students to have the opportunity to actually spend some time in an office during the summer and really learn a lot more about what architects, engineers, and construction people actually do. We can only give them a brief introduction during the school year, so in that sense, I think it's a great complement to our program. Well, we recruit about, I would say, a dozen professionals from the various disciplines to work with the students. And part of what we do during the year is we give them a design problem to do, and then we work with them on that so that we might organize the students into a team of architecture, structural engineers, mechanical engineers, and construction people. And so the professionals work with them as they actually develop the program for a project, and then execute it all the way through, doing drawings and models. And at the end of the year, there are about 20 schools in the Los Angeles area that are doing the ACE program. We get together at the end and do presentations of the work that we've done during the year. I would say approximately 200 in the 10 years that we've been doing it, since 2002. That's just Pasadena. As I said, we're part of a much bigger ACE program here in Los Angeles.
Now, I was told that the ACE program also won a national award. You want to tell us a little bit about that?
Well, in 2010, the Obama administration awarded the ACE nationally, the Presidential Award for Excellence in Mentoring, which is a big accomplishment for us, I would say.
Yeah. So how does that make you feel?
All right, we were excited.
And what do you think are the benefits to the students who participate in the ACE program?
Well, I think, as I say, we're trying to introduce the students and letting them know what architects, engineers, and construction people do, to give them some idea, because many of them are still trying to determine what they want to do in their life once they graduate from high school. So I think probably the biggest benefit is to introduce them to the possibilities in design and construction. And many of these students have not ever been in an architect's office or an engineer's office and know what they do, and a better understanding of what their specific roles are in the building process.
Now, what is, as the manager or the founder also of the Pasadena chapter, what is your vision for the next year for the program?
Well, we've already pretty much worked the program out for this coming year, and it'll start on the 6th of September. I'm no longer the leader of the program. I've turned it over to younger people who are carrying it forward. Right now, the program in Pasadena, the leadership is coming from KPFF, a structural engineering firm.
Based on prior years?
Well, I would hope this program will continue next year. And I think we can help recruit more students. We had very limited time because we didn't really know the program was going to get underway until almost the end of the school year. And if we can introduce it to the students earlier as an option, I think we can recruit more students, and we could probably even help you in soliciting firms that we know personally to get into and become a part of the program. I think if this internship can continue, it adds another dimension to our program, which I would certainly strongly support. We have not been offering internships. We have focused more on raising money for scholarships. We actually give the students $1,000 in the initial year, and hopefully for 3 more years while they're in school. So our focus has been on financial aid. I think the internship is an excellent complement to what we're doing. and allows the students to really penetrate further into the building process and learn more about it.
Don, I just really like to say that I really thank you for helping found this chapter down here in Pasadena and in LA, because really, if it wasn't for this, I think I'd still be looking for a major. And I think for other, both past and future students, we really benefit from this because we're really gonna be able to find out what we want to do with our future through this program.
Well, I think it's great to hear it, and as I say, we're a volunteer program, so we really enjoy the fact that we're contributing something to the students at a critical time, I think, in their career or career development. I think we always have an enthusiastic group of students, and some of them find that it isn't what they're interested in, but at least by coming and attending some of our meetings, they get a chance to at least learn something about it that may be helpful to them in the long run. Some of our students go on, to be studying medicine or other things. Our focus is really the design and construction industry, and that's where our support comes from.
My name is Stefan Mokshikian. I go to Marshall Fundamental, and I am in the 12th grade right now. My experience in the ACE program was a good one. I liked it a lot. I enjoyed it. Most programs out there, they tend to the one thing is it's a free program, so that's just one good thing about it. And most free programs, they tend to be, this day got canceled, blah. But they were actually on top of things. They were there. It was just an excellent experience, and it opened my eyes to a lot of different things. Because the thing was, I was more lenient. Like I didn't know what, and like I knew I wanted to do engineering, but I didn't know what. And then they actually opened my eyes to more options. It was a great experience. Those two experiences, I liked them both. The thing was with the yard, with the PUSD, we got out there, we actually did some work, hands-on work. We got out there, we got dirty, and I really got attached to those guys. It was more like it was like a brotherhood. Like when you do work with people, you get attached to them, and it was good. The office job at PBWS, it was good too. It wasn't as social as the yard job. The yard job was more social, hands-on, but it does involve a lot more work, while the office job, you get to, relax a little more, but it tends to be a lot less social. But I liked them both. They were both really good. And at the office job, I got to do some crazy things. Google SketchUp was one thing I learned about. It's a free program where you get to use 3D modeling. It's like playing with blocks, only on a computer. And so I actually made me take a graphic design class for my senior year as well. So it got me interested, just to play around with some toys. It was good. It was a good experience. I had 2 open classes, and one of them was just because I had an art class done, and they gave me more options. And I'm like, oh, okay, I'll just get one student aid. And I saw graphic design, and then I got more information about it, and it tends to be the same layout, kind of the same thing, the same deal. You have to use creativity, you build things, It's not the same as like a 3D model, but it has the same, mentality. I would most definitely recommend the ACE Summership program to almost anyone I can. I told all my friends already about it, because the problem is a lot of people tend to just be more like focused in one thing. Like when they're little, everyone when they're little, they're like, oh, I want to be a doctor. I want to be a doctor. I was like that too. And my advice is just to, as much opportunities as you get, take every opportunity. Never deny a helping hand, If someone says you want to try this out, do it. You never know what you might like. You don't know. The thing is, you don't know if you don't know anything about the subject, you don't know whether you like it or not. People go like, oh, I don't really want to do that. Well, have you tried it? No. Well, you wouldn't know then. I would recommend a lot of people, because the thing is, architecture, construction, and engineering, all those jobs are just jobs. They're amazing jobs. If you get into that kind of jobs, it's very fortunate of you. and I would recommend it to anyone with the program. We did a lot of stuff. We did, one of them was we were building there was this area that we took out from Eaton Canyon, and we were supposed to build a little building there, like a little super mall or something like that. And it was really fun because me and my friend got to do the parking structure. And for the parking structure, my friend wanted to make it like a dome-like structure. Well, I said, no, we should just make it like, you know, kind of simple. It just park and you get out, not try to outshine the building itself, the main building. It was really fun because it also encouraged debates. So that was like helping for English class. You know, it was a great experience. I loved it, you know, and for my senior year, I hope to be going there again. His name was actually Taylor, and he was in kind of like an intern himself there. He started 2 months ago, and so he actually knew a lot more about how the graduation school and college and all that is. So it was a great time talking with him. He was helping me out a lot because he said his first semester going to college, he was actually going for engineering too. So that's halfway through, then he changed to architecture, but he was actually telling me a lot about the engineering, how it was, what it was. It was a great experience because, I mean, he worked architecture, and yet when I got to know him, I found out he actually did what I wanted to do as well. So it was a great experience. He gave me a lot of tips, you know. Coming fresh out of college, I mean, he had a lot of ideas.
And
working at PBWS, you know, it was great. They, as I mentioned before, they gave me the idea of Google SketchUp. PBWS also gave me the tips and tricks for the college, you know. They helped a lot. They helped out. The gentleman I was working with, his name was Taylor, and he was a great guy, I personally think. He was he helped me out a lot, you know, and yeah. The thing I tell people out there is, one of the things, as I mentioned before, is try anything you can, you know. If you get an opportunity, try it out. If you're not like working at another job. If someone offers a hand, take it, you know. You might enjoy something else. You might not even know that you don't like something until you try it out. And also, when you do have the fortunity of having the job, you know, don't slack off, because I know there's a lot of slackers out there, you know. Just do the job. If you do your job well, you will get rewarded. And for ACE, I recommend as many people, because I know that they're not just here. If there is an ACE program nearby, I would highly recommend people to join ACE or any program that helps you. No. I would say it helped me out a ton, you know. It was a good experience, and I got paid on the side of it, you know. This past 2 years has been tough on my family, so I was able to help out, you know, as much as I can. I was able to go out with my friends. You know, it was really rewarding, and it was a great experience. So you're both having fun and getting rewarded. You're getting rewarded to have fun, you know.